making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Civil Politics. Something crazy happened today, and when I say crazy, I mean crazy. So the ANC Youth League had a press briefing where they were speaking. The SG, what's his name? I think Ngumzokolo. Let me see. Sorry, his name is Mtuokolo. He was speaking, and they were like saying the national dialogue is a waste of time. If the important things are not addressed, then things like the land, things about people not having jobs, then there's no use of having a national dialogue, which of course those were valid points. And then Collen Malatjie as well spoke, the ANC Youth League president, where he said that national dialogue, it's a tea party. It's a tea party between friends, and President Ramaphosa was just misled. Yes, I even made videos during the day. He said Ramaphosa was misled. That was just a tea party between friends. Yeah, so it says here, I'm just gonna read the comments he made from Samkele Masek. So he said he says the national convention took place to kickstart the national dialogue. You can't have a national dialogue that does not include the youth. So they were also complaining that in the national dialogue they are not included. I mean, even the Youth League now is not included. It must be about the economic and inclusiveness of the economy. That's what Collen Malatjie was saying, right? So I made videos during the day where I was like even saying, oh my God, I think they've developed a backbone. I'm happy to see them like speaking out, at least speaking their mind, for us to see at least what they think. Now, as I'm chilling, I'm browsing on X, the ANC Youth League has released a statement. They are releasing a statement. They are apologizing for the press briefing, basically. Everything that they said, they are apologizing. After all the praises I gave them, after me saying, oh my God, I think they've developed a backbone, this is what Collen Malatjie said. I am going to play the clips as well, guys, but I just want to read you the small commentary. Collen Malatjie said during the day, I think let's first agree that the national conversation was a tea party, right? Of friends. The president was misled, invited to a tea party of friends who meet each other over tea and consolidate each other into a delegation. What informs that? Civil organizations that have got constituencies are not there. Political youth organizations that have got constituencies are not there. Political parties, because how do we test that we've got support? We test you through what you are supported for. That's what Collen Malatjie said. Now they've released a statement. Apparently, I'm sure he was reprimanded that they must withdraw, that the national dialogue is a tea party, and that, yeah. So I want to read that statement, because when I saw the statement, I was like, oh, son, an ANC Youth League that doesn't have a backbone. An ANC Youth League that when they come out and speak their mind, they are told to do a public statement and withdraw. The ANC Youth League does not exist. Like, what? An ANC Youth League that can't even speak their mind because they're going to be told to withdraw. Collen Malatjie is so compromised. The Youth League is compromised. They are forced to be a branch of the ANC, because everything they say during the day, I actually agreed with them. We know what the problems that South Africans are facing, so I actually agreed with them, what they were saying during the day, that the 7 cardinal pillars, those are the things that should be discussed in the national dialogue, how we're gonna achieve them. Now they've released a statement. The ANC Youth League reaffirms its support for the national dialogue as led by the civic organizations. They even said during the day in that press ukuti, if the national dialogue does not cover the 7 cardinal pillars, then they're not going to be part of that. Now the statement says we reaffirm our support. So let's just get right into the statement. Oh, ANCYL, oh, Collen Malatjie. Like there's absolutely no backbone there. The ANCYL Youth League actually is dead. So let's get right into the statement. It says here, earlier today, during our press briefing, this is now the ANC Youth League statement. Earlier today, during our press briefing, we referred to the national dialogue as a tea party. We acknowledged that this was an unfortunate characterization. It arose from the ANC Youth League's frustration at the exclusion of political and civic youth formations that represent genuine constituencies. The term Tea Party was unfortunate. It was an unfortunate characterization. It arose from the ANC Youth League's frustration at the exclusion of political and civic youth formations that represent genuine constituencies, mobilize across communities, and carry the real hopes and aspirations of young South Africans. These formations, with the thousands of active members, are well placed to articulate what needs to be done. The ANC Youth League will engage the preparatory task team and NEDLAC on the urgent need to ensure that the national dialogue becomes inclusive of young people who form the majority of this country's population. Youth structures of political parties alongside the South African Youth Council must be incorporated. The national dialogue must place at its center critical issues such as gender-based violence, crime, the challenge of illegal foreigners and migration, the transformation of our education system, and the full implementation of the national health insurances. Equally, it must also focus on the transformation and strengthening of our economy so that it serves the majority of South Africans, not just privileged few. This requires urgent and practical measures to address the scourge of youth unemployment, which remains the defining feature of our economic crisis. Civic organizations and youth formations must be at the forefront of shaping the solutions, ensuring that young people are not only participants but leading voices in shaping the future of our society. It is on public record that the National Convention did not achieve its desired outcomes. It failed to inspire confidence that voices of South Africa, their lives, realities, and the daily struggles were adequately captured alongside progressive and urgent solutions. The end. So I think what they were told is that instead of them complaining that they are not included, they must mobilize the people that what they want to see part of the dialogue. Like they must mobilize the people. Hence they are saying hence they're saying that they're gonna reach out. So what I'm seeing is that Fikile Mbalula is definitely cleaning our house. Anybody who says something bad about the ANC in public, he makes you either come to disciplinary or you apologize. The only person that Fikile is defending right now is Naledi Pandor. He says they say it was AI. What Dr. Pandor was trying to say, it was mischaracterized. It was the information was distorted. So I don't know why he's defending Onalet. Maybe he was told not to attack Onalet in public because she's a veteran. But anyone who says anything, Fikile is coming for you. And that's it. So after the ANC has released a statement, the ANC Youth League, the ANC mother body also released a statement. Drama. So they said that the African National Congress welcomes the clarification by the ANC Youth League and its reaffirmed support for the national dialogue. We note the regrettable reference to the process as as a tea party and welcome the correction made by the Youth League. The ANC reiterates that the role of the youth is to be robust and fearless in the engagement, but the Youth League remains politically guided by the ANC in advancing the collective interest of young people. The ANC values and emphasizes on ensuring that young people, as the majority in our country, are fully included in shaping solutions to challenges such as economic growth, job creation, and reindustrialization, and remains committed to working with all stakeholders to make the national dialogue a truly inclusive platform. The end. Hey, so what are you guys thinking? I want to feel he's literally coming for everyone. So let's just quickly read the comment. Someone says, you're becoming a dictator. You did the same with CSC during youth days. It's a role of a youth to agitate leadership. This is a comment from one person. And then let's just read more. You also declare that it was a tea party for friends. Someone says, I've observed that recently you tend to confuse everything and nothing, right and wrong, day and night, north and south. This occurred immediately after the whipping that Ramaphosa received from Naledi Pandor. Someone else said, too busy trying to do damage control. The same is too deep. The same is too deep, man, and nothing can be done. Corruption is smelling all over where they are. ANC cadres, relax, you won't win this battle. Too big for you now. Someone else said, you've threatened them. Ka hore, you are going to close all the tabs. Bose gata marijuana. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Someone else said, if they see it as a tea party amongst friends, why would you want to impose your conception on them? Someone says, they were told not to kick the spoon that feed you. Someone says, boom, the National Dialogue is a tea party, unregistered yet, and will be registered like Maibui Africa at the expense of the ANC slogans and the ANC Women's League doctrine. Thanks, SG, for clarifying. Now we know ANC Youth League was correct to call it a tea party. Anyway, now I'll play the clips of Collen Malatjie. Nibav, before they were told to stand down.
That many of these parties are not prepared to be South Africa. They are driven by only populism and self-interest. On the National Convention. The recent National Convention, for the purpose of the National Dialogue, excluded meaningful youth participation and representation, reducing young people to spectators in discussing about their own future. We stayed firmly. This cannot happen again. Any genuine national dialogue must put the youth at the center and must produce a clear outcome-based goal that prioritizes the economy, jobs, and the creation of education. Without youth, there is no future. The agenda of the national dialogue will emphasize it must be economy, inclusion of the economy. Anything else is a joke.
And we've been saying that the battle now for the South African soil is about transforming this economy to work for our people. And we've been very clear making propositions that we must industrialize our critical minerals in order to create industrial capacity or industrial development in South Africa, create economic opportunities and jobs. And that's what we're saying in the National Convention. We're saying we're not going to accept anything that is dragging us to other things that are not talking about transforming this country's economy, including ensuring acceleration of land reform. And that's what we're proposing in the national dialogue. Any national dialogue that does not resolve the land question and the economy is a mere waste of time. Because our historic struggle as Africans and the black people in this country is a struggle against the dispossessions of land and the economy. But participation of our black people who constitute the majority of this country are living in squalor conditions in the informal settlements and in rural areas, in underdeveloped rural areas. And that's why we're saying we're not prepared as the Youth League to listen to anything that does not talk to this question about beneficiating our minerals, industrializing, creating economic opportunities and jobs. That's what we are proposing in the national dialogue. Anything that does not have that, we're not prepared to listen to that. But we're also saying this national dialogue must be civil society led. You know, political formations, church formations, labor, you know, our civil society organization, they must be the ones that speak on behalf of the communities, because we as political formations, together with churches, together with labor, we are representing, you know, the pain and the heart, the aspirations of the South African people. So it must be us who are leading this national dialogue.
They must just summer close that ANC Youth League because it's run by Fikile Mbalula. It's run by Fikile Mbalula. Anything Fikile says it goes. Anything he doesn't want, I'm Taseka. Anyway, let me know what you think. I had high hopes for the Youth League, but there's no hope. Let me know what you think. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Pelwana. Oh, before I forget, I actually wanted to say this in the beginning. I'm sending condolences to Tsidi Madia's family and to every close friend or relative, rather. You know, it's such a sad. The news broke late today. Sad news indeed. It's really sad. I was so shocked. So sending condolences to the family. We've really lost one of the real journalists we had. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Pelwane. Please subscribe. Also, guys, please do continue to support the channel. It goes a long way. The details and are always attached in the comment section. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Please let me know what you think, because wow, and yes, like Youth League, things are getting worse and worse. Let me know also if you think Fikile Mbalula is right to go for everyone that criticizes the party in public. Let me know if what he's doing is also right, because he's leaving no stone unturned. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.